Hi, you're on the Alice Reddit Stories channel. Subscribe to my channel as well as to my Facebook, the link is in the description. Enjoy watching. My girlfriend, F23, and I, M24, were horny late at night in bed talking about sex experiences and so on. We got talking about my experience with a girl long before her and what I had experienced with that girl. I never told her the story of that girl before, and she started questioning me about that because she never heard the story about that girl from me. She got really mad at me because she said I had always told her that I had only had one previous sex partner. While I was under the impression that I never specifically told her that there was just one, we had only talked about one previous girl. I told her there were indeed 3 different girls that I had slept with and had one-night stands with. She got really mad, saying that she lost all trust in me. She then proceeded to not talk to me all night and the next morning. My girlfriend has always told me that she has issues gaining trust from guys because in a previous relationship she got cheated on multiple times, and every time she gave that guy another chance her trust was broken again. Knowing this, it made me feel really bad about myself, and I started doubting myself if I really had said before that I had had one bed partner before her. I went home the next day after that night and felt really bad about making her feel this bad and decided to text her later during the day. For context, we don't live together and in different places from each other. I told her how sorry I was and apologized for making her feel this way and that it had never been my intention to lie to her in the first place, let alone about something this unnecessary and small. She says it doesn't matter how small the lie was, and that I did in fact lie about it. It was about the fact that I had lied to her and that I had broken her heart and trust in me, and she didn't want to have anything to do with me. I once again tried telling her it was never my intention to lie to her, but she couldn't believe me anymore. I asked her if she wanted to think about giving me a chance to prove I'm not like her previous boyfriend and told her that I had never lied to her because that is just not how I am. I also told her I was willing to do everything I can to prove that I want her back and to get a chance to prove that. She said she wants to think about it, but it is going to be really difficult for her because of her trust issues. She needed some rest and time is what she said. So I left her alone for a couple of days. After not receiving anything from her for a couple of days, I decided to message her last night. Once again, saying how sorry I was for making her feel this bad and not knowing how to deal with the situation. She replied saying, "You said you wanted to win me back, but you are not doing a good job at it." Not texting me at all, I told her that I didn't know what more I can say to make her feel good or to prove that I want her back. I didn't know if texting her would help. I told her I missed her around me and that I have been wanting to ask her everything about her past couple days, but that I didn't know if it would help or be good to do at all. I told her once again that I want to gain her trust back and that I am willing to do everything for that, but that I don't know how I can. To which she replied, "I don't think you can anymore." She doesn't want lies in her life, and she doesn't know if I can give her that in her life. I told her once again that it was never my intention to lie to her in the first place, and that I can't remember telling her that I only had one previous girl I slept with. But that didn't matter, is what she said. I asked if we could talk in person to show her how broken I am and to try and convince her about what I have been saying over text. But she says there is nothing left to discuss. She understands that I am very emotional and that I still want to continue with her. But she says that she has decided that she probably can't continue with me. And that I can come and pick up my stuff at hers this week. I am still absolutely in love with her, and deep down I think she still loves me too. It was love at first sight when we met, and we have been together for 8 and a bit months now. I hate myself for making her feel this way and the fact that I had lied to her while not even wanting to lie. But my feeling deep inside me thinks it would be a shame to break up a very good and working relationship over something this small, but I am afraid that if I tell her that I will push her away from me even more. She always said that she thinks I am the future for her, even saying that she always thought that during our texts last night. I am completely lost and don't know what I should or can do. I don't know if I should continue to message her and show her my will to continue with her and that I am willing to try everything to keep her. Do I still try and talk to her when I go pick up my stuff and try to tell her that I don't think it is right to break up? These are things I am contemplating. What would be your advice on what to do? I really love her and don't want to lose her because of a lie that I didn't even intend on lying or wanted to lie about in the first place. Let me know what advice you have for trying to show her that I want to continue with her at all cost. Throwaway account for obvious reasons. Posted this in another subreddit, but it was removed because it didn't follow the rules. I don't know if I'm asking for advice or just venting, perhaps both. This has been going on for a while now. This is sort of a tricky situation, and while I think my girlfriend may have realized it, she seems to struggle with letting her friend go. Don't forget to support my channel by subscribing, thank you. I'll refer to my GF as Ellie in this post, and her friend as Lisa, to make things less complicated. So, Ellie and Lisa have been friends before she met me, which is about 2 years ago. I remember very early when we started dating, that she had very little time seeing me because she always had plans with Lisa, and when she did, her phone would always go off with literally hundreds of messages from Lisa. I remember a little while into the relationship that she was always busy on weekends because she had to hang out with Lisa. Yes, I'm saying had to, because if she didn't, she'd be bombarded with messages about how lonely Lisa felt, that she had no one that cares about her. Despite having other friends to hang out with, that she would post constantly on social media. I brought this up, and Ellie told me that she had canceled plans with Lisa a few times prior to the relationship, and when she had, Lisa would throw a fit and send her long messages about how Ellie was abandoning her, and oftentimes post very passive-aggressive things on social media directed at her. She knew Lisa did this, because she had done it to previous friends of hers and told Ellie about it, because they'd deserved it for disappointing her. Thing is, when we started dating, Lisa was less than happy for her. She had apparently kept telling Ellie about how she'd end up ditching her for a man, and made very crude remarks about how she didn't need a relationship to feel fulfilled with her life. Something she has never said before, until I became a part of Ellie's life. For some reason Ellie just took the abuse, and it honestly made my heart break for her. I didn't like seeing my girlfriend this upset, let alone from someone who allegedly dared call herself her friend. Ellie canceled some plans she had with Lisa one weekend, still pretty early in our relationship, to hang out with me, and she got a literal shitstorm of abusive messages from Lisa. She was apparently a horrible friend, Lisa didn't need that kind of negative energy in her life. And so on and so forth. Ellie took this pretty well and she didn't feed into it, and we had a long conversation about their friendship, and she told me that she wasn't the first to receive this type of treatment from Lisa. She had apparently treated other people this way, shit-talking them to Ellie and telling her, "You're different, you're a good friend and not unlike those who ditched me." I want to add that Ellie's upbringing was anything but stable. She has always been a chronic people pleaser, so this definitely played a part in why she stuck around for so long with Lisa. She's managed to set boundaries in different areas of her life the past 2 years I've known her, and she has really become a different person. She's glowing, looks healthy, feels better, and she has managed to cut out quite a few toxic people from her life. Except for Lisa. She's always been there, despite of her numerous times ditching Ellie for a short period of time before slithering back into her life. Hell, even Ellie's therapist told her that Lisa seemed like a person with great narcissistic tendencies. So here's the thing, Ellie remained friends with Lisa, but kept her at a distance. When she started distancing herself earlier this year, Lisa started posting a lot on social media about how lonely she was, that she was surrounded by fake people, being ditched by everyone because of their partners, and so on. Despite of Lisa posting photos almost every day of people she had hung out with. I don't understand how Ellie managed to keep her cool, because I would seriously have told her off had it been me. Regardless, she did it. Fast forward to September, Lisa invited her to a party with a couple of her friends, and Ellie told her that she didn't want to, because she'd like to spend the weekend at home and relaxing after a week of work. Me and Ellie ended up meeting up with a couple of friends of mine, and Lisa found this out, and she completely stopped messaging Ellie. The crude remarks about her online continued, however, and Ellie just let it go and said that she'd rather have the friendship die out because Lisa doesn't want to communicate, rather than message Lisa and ask her what's up, because it'll open the floodgates to a pile of hurling shit directed at her. After we moved in together, Lisa kept telling Ellie that I was controlling her, and that she had found just another manipulative man that will leave you, and I won't be there when he does. Ellie is both relieved but saddened with all this. Lisa has obviously had her good moments, but the abuse far outweighs the good, I'd say. Ellie agrees, but she still finds it hard to let go. Still, she's very sad about the entire friendship ending this way, and she's contemplating whether or not to contact Lisa one last time to tell her how she feels. So yes. Context: I was in a not-so-good past long-term relationship, and I feel that has impacted the way my relationship is now. But I had never had the chance to sort it out before my boyfriend, who was 16 at the time, came into the picture. And now I feel as if I want to end it. The reason why I have been so apprehensive about it is that there is nothing wrong with him. He is the kindest, most generous, and most lovable person. Still, I just don't feel like he's my person or soulmate, if that's what you want to call it entirely. We are completely different people and have helped each other through much, but I just feel he's not the person I need in my life now. He may have been the person I needed back 2 years ago, but I have done my own self-work and discovery. I don't think we're as compatible as I once thought. I have been feeling like this for a while, and way after his normal human flags were showing. What I mean by that is that I found out he wasn't as perfect, but he's human, so that didn't bother me. I feel it's a classic case of you love me like this, but I need to be loved like this, and how you outgrow people. I have spoken to him about the things that have bothered me and were a make or break, and what he deems as forgetfulness, but I view it as not concerning to put the work in to improve constantly gets the better of him. I have not had the best history with relationships, as said before, so this one is a fantastic experience, but I don't think I'm either ready or want to continue in this one when I know that's not what I want. But I know how debilitating it feels to be broken up with, but I don't want to drag this on and lead him on when there is no purpose to it. I value him so much as a person and would hate to hurt him by ending this, but being led on hurts so much more. I have given him everything and tried to be the girlfriend he had always deserved. But I just don't feel the attachment I once did back then, and it's unfair on him. I promise it's not a situation where I have gotten bored. It's more or less I just don't want/see a relationship as I start this new chapter in my life. I care so much about him, and I know that he will find someone who loves him just as much as I did, even more. I don't want to leave this boy heartbroken. He doesn't deserve it, but I can't keep lying to him anymore. I know if I break up, I will be labeled as the villain, and though my ego is not high, I know that wouldn't be good for him or our combined friends, and how that might plan out. I know I won't be invited to things with our friends just because we aren't a couple anymore, but I'm willing to compromise that for his happiness. But it's not like we're ending on bad terms. It also crushes my heart that we made all these pinky promises, but we knew for a fact we can't promise unpredictable things like feelings or the state of our relationship. I feel so bad, I don't know what to do. We were and are just kids after all, and completely clueless, but I feel if someone loves you, they won't throw it away. I don't at all regret anything in this relationship, but I think I have outgrown it, as above mentioned. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel. There are many interesting articles ahead.